Hi, welcome. Welcome to my tube, my channel. I'm Heyoka Empath. It's like having these little talks in the way I feel about things. I just had a great emotional release, a very significant purge. Now I'm ready to merge. You like my racing stripe? I got the white stripe. People on my father's side have it. It reminds me of where I come from, partially who I am. Yeah, we're just all really a spectrum, a color wheel of frequency and emotion, and I'm really coming into mine. See, I didn't take the time to learn all of my chart, just some parts, you know. So, last couple years I've been given the opportunity to go within, to look at all of my parts, and I'm resolving with some pains and some hurts, and I've been so angry for so long. My name's Marge, and people would give me nicknames like, say things like, Marge is mad again, oh, mad Marge, because I care about stuff, so I get passionate by stuff, I get worked up, I get fired up. I think more people would want to do that, but they don't, and then on my path I came across the discovery of spirit and ego, I'm like, oh, that's ego. Egos can't look too cool, but egos really want to be cool. There's no spirit in that. People are coming into the fact that, oh crap, I'm not just a human being. I'm not just a human being. I'm a spirit. I'm having this experience, and karma is real, and I'm racking up karma. And oh, when I do bad things happen. And oh my goodness. So things are. I got to cry and purge and release, and all thanks to. So I'm not even subscribed to. I watch people I'm not subscribed to. I don't subscribe to everybody I watch. I get too many notifications, but I check in on people all the time. And Ladia Dunconchiva, she did her angelic help to end, and I just it was like, I don't know, it's like that word, they use it in the Bible, what's it called, rapture. To me, it's like the kiss of 1,000 angels, According to the first thing will just do like Rochambeau. First thing, a feeling of intense pleasure or joy. That's what rapture is. See, people like to do weird things to create rapture. I call it chasing sensation. People, feel bad in life, so they're like, well, okay, I'll get my rapture and sexual encounters. There's karma in that. It's an energy exchange. That's a soul contract, and you can't just throw stuff around like that, man. It just ain't the 70s and 80s, I'm what happens in the 70s when people freaking screw around with freaking karma and shit, So I'm the karma to be paid, so. Anyway, okay, I'm Aries, so I always knew parts of my charts, but the last year or so, since all these eclipses and stuff started happening, I started paying attention to different areas, and I was like, holy heck. And then this last month, this eclipse in Capricorn, and Cancer, these Cancer Capricorn eclipses. Well, I have Cancer in my first and second house, or Cancer in my first house 1 and 2, and then Capricorn in house 7th and 8th. And then so I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So I go over to my trusty astrology page. I closed it. I don't know, it's whatever I got. It's the Astro Cafe or something like that, I believe. And I put in my statistics, and I read about what it is, and I'm like, oh my goodness. See, everybody has a top. It's like, I look at it as going to a combination right now. I'm seeing it as like going to a fair where you're playing, but you're set up by merit, okay? And like the fair is set up by quadrants, And you're allowed to go in certain quadrants and play certain games based on, are you living, it's like, and I see a Gantt chart too, from ego or spirit. If you're living, and our youth is just about freaking figuring it out, racking up karma, or that's when I drink, that's what, but as time passes, you're supposed to do things in less of an ego and more into spirit, and then once you die, you go to heaven. Or ego, once you die, you go to a less pleasant place, is what thoughts and pose were given to me. So, I don't want to get too cocky. I don't want to jinx myself or nothing. But according to my placements and how things are happening, and me placing myself on the nice list, things might really start looking up for me. I told my father figure, my eye in the sky, is what I, he's Virgo. He's like, and he's like he's my grounding. That's what Virgo is, and I can't remember what I got in Virgo, but my house is, I got something there. And so I call him when I'm spinning out. And, like, well, you're my last friend, miss. And he's like, well, that's all you need is one. And he just reminds me what I already know, but he's that voice that's outside of my own head, because sometimes we get tired of telling ourselves that it's going to be okay. That's what I said. I'm like, sometimes I'm just tired of hearing my own voice. It's okay, Margie. It's okay. Like the little, freaking weird kid on the dock. Catch anything today? Did you catch anything today? Catch any fish today? How many did you catch? Did you catch any fish? That's how I got to know people. Then we moved. Anyway, I had a thought this morning. I think that might help with my brothers and sisters in arms. When I say arms, I'm just thinking of, you can think whatever you want. I think, military people that I just have walked arm in arm with in life, that we've walked the same path for a time. But we've just kind of locked arms, and we've been through some stuff together, and I think it would behoove a lot of people, and this is kind of important actually. I think it would behoove a lot of people if they learn how to separate their emotional pain from their physical pain. 'Cause I got a lot of both. And on good days, I can transmute most of my emotional pain. I just, live in the moment. Love on my dogs, kiss on my mom. Just try and stay present. Educate myself, fill myself with data. Live in light. Not let my ego take over too much, and then it seeps in. When I start feeling like I have a way, that's my ego. So I've been on this almost paying too much attention to that. So what I started doing meditation, I started paying attention to the difference between my physical pain and my emotional pain. And I think of how many people in life, if people do that, maybe they won't snap off at the people that they love so much. Like if you can identify that something hurts in your body, because I know oftentimes that's when I'm almost I'm like, I just I have to transmute that energy of reacting, because I get in my ego, and then my physical pain kicks in, and then my emotion wants to jump on board. I don't let my emotions jump on board right now, because I know that everything is so fluid. You can't hang on to anything. If you hang on to an emotion, you're liable to get stuck in the wrong one, really. So now is a flow time. It ain't a hang on time. Well, for me, in my placements, it's a let go, trust, believe, have faith. And that's not easy for me. However, I'm a stats person, I'm numbers and patterns and stuff like that, and in my life, there's never been an instance where I haven't been taken care of. So, pretty sure it's not gonna, that isn't gonna change now. especially considering, unless it's something that my ego does and blows up my life. Because that's what I've had the history of doing, is that I get scared and then I do things out of ego, and I react out of ego with that old charge Marge, like the bulldozer Marge, because that's how I've had to be to get my way. But there's always this kinder, softer way. So I am healing my angers, and I want to help other people heal their anger. I really do. I really, really, really do. I know I can help. If I could just hang out with people, like one-on-one, like have a conversation with them, dude, I would Zoom with people. I know there's organizations out there like the Walk and Talk Veteran. There's I would Zoom with veterans, people. I would love to help people get past their anger. Because a lot of it is just, you're mad because you hurt. And a lot of it is, which it hurts more, your physical hurt or your emotional hurt. And people ain't been allowed to talk about that stuff forever, ever. Why? Because the people that don't have feelings, they don't care. And what they care about is money. And in the spirit world, there ain't really a whole lot of room for place for money, because that's all reindeer ego stuff. So you don't need it as much. So you come into spirit, you less fearful. But the profiteers are fearful, so they like to create things to make people scared so that you stroke their economy. So to you that take advantage, people that like to take advantage of the situation, take advantage of people that are scared. Those days are quickly coming over. The gig is up. Those days they're coming up to be, because people are just going to start calling you out. And what's going to freak people out is when they start calling you out in a loving way and not in a hostile way. See, that's when I know the world's going to change, is when people just start showing up with love. Like the people, like more people bringing the people flowers, and just adding some sort of, interjecting some sort of positive in an already negative situation. That's how the world's going to change. So ego separates, spirit unites. So anything with the ideology of something matters more than this, or this matters more than that, or this, we all are one vibration in the same frequency, where you choose to vibe your heart space from a place of greed, that will no longer succeed. It's the heart space of spirit that will thrive and prosper. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.